Reuters is reporting on the Republican onslaught against Obama's agenda at the federal level, and the details are even worse than I thought. So they explain here, the House of Representatives passed legislation on Wednesday, giving Congress the power to kill dozens of recently enacted rules in one fell swoop as Republicans charged ahead on their campaign to strip down federal regulations. Under a law known as the Congressional Review Act, Congress has the right to review regulations for a certain period of time after they are issued. That means any federal regulation approved since May could be voided by the Republican-led Congress once President-elect Trump moves into the White House and can sign off on their disapproval. It takes only a simple majority of both chambers to reverse a rule, giving Senate Democrats little power to block a vote with a filibuster. As disapproving each regulation separately could span days, Republicans would like to simply vote once to end a variety of new rules on energy, the environment, transportation, banking, finance, education, and media ownership. So, this is another one. I can't overstate just how bad this is. Because some of the things that Obama has done rules on, there's a living wage rule for federal contractors. So anytime the federal government decides, okay, we need somebody to do X for us, we'll bring in that company. Okay, you bring in that company, and that company cannot pay below a living wage. This is one of the things he did. The overtime pay increase that we spoke about. Now, that's currently going through a court process as well, but the overtime rules were, it used to be the case if you make $23,000 a year or less, it's mandated by law that you get paid overtime. Obama changed that to, I think, $47,000 a year and less. So that helps a lot of workers. The Republicans are coming in one fell swoop saying, how about no? How about we get rid of all the decent things that the Obama administration did for working people? And there weren't that many great things Obama did for working people. I mean, he's a neoliberal and he's done bad things. He's pushed for TPP, for example, which is disastrous for them. But there were some good things he did. The Republicans are looking at the good things and they're like, yeah, let's get rid of those. There were also regulations for polluters, which were very important and were part of Obama's actual progressive agenda. They want to get rid of that. A lot of the Dodd-Frank Wall Street regulations, they didn't go into effect until very recently. And there were executive orders that were part and parcel with that. So, again, what they want to do is, with one bill, wipe out all of his recent good rules. Man, this is... as I read this story, I kept thinking about, remember Nancy Pelosi? We covered the story, I think, yesterday or the day before. Nancy Pelosi said, I can't believe she said this out loud. This is the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. She's like, no, I don't think that the Republicans are going to actually go after Obamacare. They tried to repeal it over 60 times already. Now they have control? What the fuck do you think is going to happen? They're all going to get amnesia and forget that they dislike it? What a joke. What are you talking about? I feel like the Democrats are blindsided even on this. They're like, oh, shit. Oh, wow. They really want to undo, even the decent things Obama did? Not only are they doing it, but they want to do it in one fell swoop. That's unreal. So, as usual, the Republicans on the attack, the Democrats are little bitches. And then when they do this, you think there's going to be a rational, aggressive Democratic response? No way. So if I'm Obama right now, see, this is what they don't get. The Democrats are playing checkers and they suck at it. I want to play chess and be good at it. So what do you do if you're Obama? Say, if they're going to repeal every single, rule I'm going to do either way, well then how about I do a whole bunch of rules right now that are just so incredibly popular that when the Republicans repeal it in one fell swoop, then there'll be outrage over it. So, for example, over 90% of the American people want universal background checks for gun purchases. Now, there's obviously a giant legal question as to whether or not the president could do that on his own. In fact, it's probably the case that the president cannot do that on his own, and that would have to go through Congress. But to just do it and tell them, I can't do that on my own, take me to court. That's all you got to do. Say, okay, here's a new rule that I'm putting into effect. Universal background checks on gun purchases, no exceptions. Again, over 90% popularity on that. So then the media reports, oh, new rule, Obama makes it so that it's universal background checks on gun purchases. It's a popular idea. Look at the poll numbers on it. This is what the media runs with. Then when the Republicans say, okay, we're going to repeal all of his rules, then you get to go out there and say, oh, are you kidding me? You are repealing a rule that over 90% of the American people agree with. I need the Republican leadership to come out today and explain why they disagree with over 90% of the American people. Why do you guys not believe in democracy? Why are you guys authoritarian maniacs? Why do you guys want more kids to die at places like Sandy Hook? Why do you want that to happen? Why do you want that to happen? Why do you want more mass shootings? You do know that the studies show in other modern nations that have these rules that there are fewer mass shootings. So why are you on the side of more mass shootings? How dare you? How dare you repeal something that over 90% of the American people want? See, this is what you do, and then you put them on the defense. Then they got to come out there and say, well, no, see, what you did was that you didn't go by the proper process, and now, so we're just undoing the thing that... Put them on the defense. Put them on the defense. So, I mean, what kind of fucking headlines would it make if you decided today marijuana is no longer Schedule 1 drug? I mean, you should have done this anyway from your fucking first day in office. Marijuana is no longer Schedule 1 drug. In fact, it's the lowest schedule, whatever, I don't even know where it bottoms out, but it's the lowest schedule. Disagree with me? Okay, take me to court. Well, go ahead, repeal that. Repeal that. Take away that rule, put it back to a Schedule 1, and then watch your ass get destroyed in the next election because nobody fucking agrees with you. Nobody agrees with you. 58% of the American people want marijuana to be legal. All I'm doing is saying it's no longer a Schedule 1 drug. So you're going to go ahead and get into office and put it back to being a Schedule 1 drug? Be my fucking guest. Thank you for the political gift you just gave me. This is what the Democrats can do, but they won't do it. They won't do it because they don't know how to play hardball and they don't know how to actually care about big, bold ideas that push for change. And then, by the way, you know what else might happen? You might end up winning on some of these too. Because there might be some that are so politically toxic that if the GOP tries to reverse it, they're going to get the backlash that they got like the other day when they tried to get rid of the agency that is for ethics in Washington. They're like, yeah, let's get rid of that anti-corruption agency. And then fucking an outcry. People were like, what the fuck are you doing? And then they were like, oh, no, did we say that? We didn't mean that, but ethics. We're on the side of ethics. We're not anti-ethics, even though we literally just tried to get rid of the ethics board. So maybe you win. Maybe you win if you say, hey, weed's no longer Schedule 1 drug. Hey, we're going to do universal background checks and I just did a rule. Because they try to reverse it and then all of a sudden people go, wait, why are you reversing that? Why would you stop a universal? It's just a background check. It's just a background check. So this is what you fucking do, man. They don't know how to do it. The Democrats embarrass me, man. I mean, the Republicans, forget it. They're TFG, dog. They're too far gone. They're fucking Christian fundamentalists and a corporate puppet party that 100% is sold out. The Democrats are like 80% sold out, but the Republicans are like 100% sold out. So they're so far out of the picture and out of the realm of respectability that I get it. Like, I don't have any hope for them. The Democrats are just little weak bitches where even when their heart's in the right place and they want to do the right thing, they can't figure it out. So this is sad. Sad. You gotta fight. You gotta fight. You gotta fight strong. You gotta fight smart. And it looks like all the signs are that's not going to happen. They're going to put up, a futile opposition, and the country is going to be worse off as a result of it.